Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for November 19th, 2025. Got Plunder and Menagerie today. No overlap with the Menagerie of yesterday, though. I spy a lack of trashing. Draw is also potentially limited. Swamp Shacks can draw, but you need stuff to help it get going, which there isn't at least super obviously present here. First Mate can be draw to X, but with no trashing, that's going to be rough as well. Figurine is draw of a sort, but usually draw of last resort. We've also got curse trashing with Trickster. We've got loot gaining and hand size attack with Cutthroat, which is also the only plus buy. Is stuff coming out of loot? Well, no. Figurine can give you plus buy if you discard an action card. Okay. Camel Train's also gains. Kiln is gains. But yeah, Populate is a lot of gains. But limited ways to get plus buy. Anyway, Trickster looks important since there's no curse trashing. I'm thinking we start with Fisherman. Yeah, and that bargain for Trickster. Okay. Is this just another Fisherman? We could bargain again. Even for another Trickster, potentially. It's not unreasonable. Not sure what else we would do, to be honest. Picking up a Camel Train at some point isn't crazy, but doesn't seem like the way to go right now. We could just take another Fisherman. Maybe I already said that. Swamp Shacks right now isn't going to be very good. I don't know that it's ever going to be good, to be honest. I think so. Like, we have in those 8 cards, we have 2 estates, 3 coppers, a fisherman, a trickster, and a horse. So we don't have 5 coins, is the upshot. So if we're going to get another trickster, we should bargain for it anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Gondola can play Trickster if we collide them, so I don't think we need to get a Swamp Shacks. We could get a Cutthroat ourselves. Then obviously we have more of a terminal collision risk, but I mean, not hitting 4 actually becomes a risk at that point. Could also take a supplies. That's a better card for Trickster to set aside. Hmm. We could also bargain for first mate. If first mate will make swamp shacks more viable, though maybe not viable enough to be worth going for either of them. Just like if you have you have some swamp shacks in the first mate, even if the swamp shacks aren't drawing, the first mate is. So then that works out all right. But I don't know. I don't know if I believe in that. I'm kind of skeptical of the bot's ability to hit, like, get a treasure that's gonna opt the cutthroat. I mean, I guess bargain for figurine would be one way to do it. But that would be the reason to try to get a cutthroat now would be like if the bot can like play cutthroat and then activate it before we get a cutthroat and play it, then it gets a loot and we don't, which is annoying. Not the end of the world, but annoying. I mean, do think the cursing is more important than that, though. I think I'm just going to take the supplies. Why do I have to choose copper there? Okay, well, now maybe we do go ahead and take a cutthroat. I think so. All right, I guess take another supplies. Yeah. They did the thing. It's annoying. Oh, we have all three of our terminals down there. That's not good. It's not good. Do we take first mate now? Hmm. It is also a bit of a cutthroat counter. Yeah, I think so. All right. We're not going to hit 4 off of this hand. I'm going to discard the cutthroat. I want to give out the curses. Do we even play this horse? I mean, the odds that we draw the other trickster aren't that high. Yeah, okay. The bot got doubloons, which I wouldn't even really want, so. Other supplies. Yeah, I don't really want camel train. I don't think right now. I think triggering this shuffle is fine. We could start taking some swamp shacks. We have the first mate now. I think that's fine. Come on, where's my trickster? Want one more first mate? I guess so. It didn't get to play one. That's good. Okay, here we might actually be able to hit 4. Well, shit. I mean, I guess we'll try. Nope. Oh, no, wait, we did. Okay. Never mind. Oh, I forgot about the coin from Fisherman. Oh, good. We're probably getting in... Well, actually, I don't know that we're going to find our other trickster, but there's at least a decent chance. Bargain for Gondola? What? Why would you do that? Aha! Okay, yeah, we won the curse split handily, getting 2 tricksters. We'll help with that. We could bargain for figurine to get a loot. Probably should do that. Sextant, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one on this board. Interesting that the bot's like driving piles when it's behind on points. Maybe it just wants the supplies a lot, but good job, first mate. I think that Swamp Shacks is down there. What now? Could take another one. That might be just altogether too ambitious at this point. Like, it might be correct for us to just start taking duchies. Maybe we wait to trigger the shuffle at least before we go for that, though. Another cutthroat could also be reasonable, actually. Maybe that's the play. Yeah. Oh, there's the duchy from the bot. There's no world we're playing this. Swamp Shacks does anything. Yeah, this is the problem with that line. I guess we can get a fisherman, though. I want the supplies of the gondola. Probably the gondola. Oh wait, we can discard the trickster. What am I talking about? No. I think I'd rather play this for next turn than do something like bargain for figurine. They are hitting duchy. We are. I would like to be able to hit province. Damn it. This first mate thing was a bad idea. So we have 2 options here. One is discard the cutthroat, buy a province. And the other is get a gondola, play the cutthroat. I think I'm going to take the province. Hey, this looks better. Gotta be first mate the fisherman. Yikes. What did the bot do? Bot in the state. So what we could do here, I think we discard the coppers. I think we leave the other stuff. And then we could buy a gondola to play the trickster. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't... Never mind, the gondola doesn't go into play. They've got a cutthroat in play. Shoot. They've also got a lot more cards to go through before they'd find another loot. So we could still bargain for figurine. Get another loot. I don't know if it's worth it. We do have another cutthroat down here. Might be better to do that then. Yeah, it's really sad that we drew so much of our junk here. All of our curses and 2 of our 3 estates. We didn't draw the province, but so we still have 2 others. But like if we even had 1 copper in hand instead of any of this, that would be so much better. Also, having this trickster in hand means that we don't have the trickster next turn to set aside the sexton again, so that's pretty sad too. Yeah, I don't know. We could buy a Swamp Shacks. It's probably not going to be good. But we could see if we can get it to work, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Okay, so we have an interesting option here, which is to put a horse on top with the supplies and then discard it with figurine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't need to do that to hit province, so we probably don't want to. We want to discard the supplies. Do we even play the figurine? Maybe not. Although, given that we have the first mate on top, maybe we should discard the horse. So what we could do... 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're a coin short of province if we don't play the gondola for this turn, though. So it really doesn't accomplish anything. Yeah. Well, I'm going to discard the supplies, but I'm not going to play the figurine, I think. What a dumb and sad board this is. Unfortunately, the bot can't attack us this turn. Why are you... What are you doing? Well... Like, probably we just take Duchy at this point. Again, activating the cutthroats doesn't really do too much. I mean, there's still a lot of provinces left, and the bot hasn't been hitting Duchy. There's an argument for taking a gold here and activating the 2 cutthroats. It does make the Swamp Shacks that we have left in the deck worse. of which there is one. um, hmm. I get better when I get to do things rather than just buying duchies or whatever. But it's probably correct to just buy a duchy. Bot's buying duchy even though it's blind. Ugh, we missed the... I'm not gonna get to keep the sextant. Trickster can't be good to leave on top. Supplies... Yeah, we can leave the supplies, I guess. It looks like the bot is playing this cutthroat every turn rather than it like being in play, the way that it like animates into play. I don't love it. Maybe I should have kept that in hand to discard the figurine. Well, if we discard a horse, we're guaranteed to be able to hit duchy. So I guess that's the play. Just so sad. I mean, I guess we draw an extra card if we first mate the horse. I guess we buy an estate. I mean, it's not like it's going to matter one way or another. Whoa! The bot got a province! That's crazy. Oh. 3, 4, 5. This doesn't, the first mate doesn't draw anything if we play it with the swamp shacks. Good job, first mate. Yeah, I shouldn't have bothered with this other crap. Really, the only thing that mattered was that we won the curse split 7-3, and everything else was just faffing about. Sextant was a good pull, as I mentioned. It didn't do as much work as it could have. Like, I think it never found a green card or a curse, actually, which is quite unlikely, but its expected value was good. Its realized value was not as good, but yeah, just a gross board in which trying to do things is not really rewarded, and I probably shouldn't have touched these piles. And just gone with, yeah, whatever. I'll have 2 tricksters and 2 cutthroats, and sometimes you'll have terminal occlusion, and sometimes you'll get a gondola to resolve it, and sometimes you won't, and who cares? But yeah, it's just I think the main thing was getting 2 tricksters was good. Obviously, being first player is also good. Helps you with that, the curse split. Yeah. Not much else to say about this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.